La página 13, page 13. At the very top of the page, we've got the title, Los números cardinales 0 a 30. To me, they should put that in Spanish, the green stuff in Spanish, then give you the English in parentheses. But, oh well, here's how it works. Cardinal numbers are the counting numbers, okay? As opposed to ordinal numbers, which are the numbers we use to tell things in order, like first, second, third. These are just the counting numbers. And they sound like this. Repeat after me. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's count right up through. 21 to 29 would sound like this. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and the number 30, which you see there, 30. And let's see, the atención, the little green box there tells you that uno changes to un before a masculine noun. So if you want to say you have one professor, you don't say uno profesor. And again, this has to do with pronunciation. It's just too hard to say it that way. So over time, people dropped out the O, and they came up with un profesor. If you have one book, un libro. If you have one car, un carro, or un coche. But una, that doesn't happen to. When you make it feminine, you get like, if you have one female professor, then it's una profesora. And just keep it una, just like it should be. What else? Una computadora, a computer, and so on. Under the práctica, it says, in Los Angeles, there are many businesses that are owned by Mexican Americans. Take turns with your partner, if you do this in class, reading the telephone numbers that a Spanish-speaking person would call according to his or her needs. So first, a good idea to practice these through. Let's read them through, going down the left column first, and then the right column. Left column, apartamentos amueblados, 203 4968. Librería Cervantes 5739086. Restaurante Don José 9358207. And the Farmacia Sandoval 9720586. Sandoval. I've seen it with accents before. This one doesn't have an accent on it. No accents. Farmacia, no accent. Don Jose has an accent, so this one's going to be pronounced Sandoval. Then. Right-hand column. You've got at the top, Taller de Mecánica San Carlos, 4729530. Joyería El Rubí, 8649015. Florería La Rosa, 3974250. The last one, Fotografía Esmeralda, 4957209. Then you just go right through the exercises. Number 1, Carlos wants to have his picture taken, so I would go to Fotografía Esmeralda, 4957209. Número 2, Sergio wants to send flowers to his wife. I would send him to the Florería, the right column, third one down, Florería La Rosa, 3974250. Do these over and over again until you can say them this quickly, until they become natural to you. It's one of the hardest things to get is numbers. People tend to stay with their native language when they do numbers, so the more you can get them into your mind, the better it will be. Easier for you to think these through. Número 3, Elena's having car trouble. I would send her to Taller de Mecánica San Carlos, top of the right-hand column, 4729530. Número 4, Lupe needs to have a prescription filled. So I would send her to the Farmacia, Sandoval, 9720586. Fernando needs to make a dinner reservation in number 5. I would send him to Restaurante Don José, I guess. Is that the only one on there? Yep. 9358207. Numero 6, Sylvia wants to know what time the jewelry store closes. So I would have her call the jewelry store. It's called the Joyería El Rubí. On the right-hand side, second one down, 8649015. Eva and Luis need an apartment. If you're looking for an apartment, look for furnished apartments. Apartamentos amueblados, 2034968. And Antonio wants to know if a bookstore is open on Sundays. Well, there's the bookstore Cervantes. Librería is the word for bookstore. And you would call it by dialing 573-9086.